Hi to another chapter of this story. Here we have, which you can only see part of, but we have this Thangka. And this is the beginning of a painting, which is a sacred painting, and it speaks of the journey of the soul. Our psychospiritual journey from the beginning of our meditative life to the end of life. And what that might mean for us in terms of how we've developed our meditative experiences, our revelations we've had, these psychospiritual experiences that help us guide us through life to make decisions and directions and choose our path. Alright, so here we are again, and this is the Thangka I referred to, and so this is a long sort of diagram really. It is on canvas, and later on it might be put onto silk and hung in a Buddhist monastery or into some sacred place, even your living room perhaps. Anyway, the idea is that it is our psychospiritual journey. And so when you're meditating, if you record in a diary, in a journal, all the insights you have at the high point of your meditation, whatever your practice, even if it's a colour or a design or geometry, whatever it is that you sense is the important learning of that meditation, you will build a bridge, kind of scaffold for your own development, for your own journey. So this is what this is. And this happens to be my journey, but it's not just mine as an individual, it really is all group work that's happened in my whole life really. So this is one hell of a journey. So what this is actually saying is that there have been periods in a very, very long life, well, I think it's been long, life of meditation. Seeing I've been meditating, a friend will help me in a minute and remind me how long it is. Since I was 14, it's a long time. Anyway, the idea is that each stage had its insights. And for me, a lot of the work has been done in group form. In other words, there's been groups in my local community, and you can start these yourself too. So if you wanted to help, just even if it's mindfulness, begin with yoga, or whatever it is that's right for you. So this has been such a journey of many different types of yoga, or meditation, or union within the self. So meditation for me has been the bringing together of my physical, emotional, mental and spiritual bodies, and then applying insights, learning, discoveries in the service work, in my practice as a psychotherapist and an esoteric astrologer, so as well as a teacher and a whole lot of other things. So you can do that too in your own way. Anyway, so here we have some of my community work within the community. Here we have the KH ashram, and remember this is only in its beginning sense, and later we'll introduce the full painting and the full journey with sections of it. So if you want to tune in for further information, you'll be able to do that. Now, so basically here we have the KH College, and the idea is that the Master KH, who's responsible for a lot of educational projects, but especially for us in Australia, if you like, and the soul of Australia is linked with him. It's very much preparing people for the reappearance of the principle of love, the principle of the Christ, and the next Buddha, if you like. So the idea is that he's sitting on a lotus, and the soul of Australia is building this lotus like every other nation, and it's made up not only of our individuals, but our groups and communities and so on. And so each petal represents many, many groups of meditators, people with open hearts and loving minds. Loving hearts and open minds. Okay, so that's the idea here. The earth is here below. The idea is that we serve the earth. We work together with that. And here we have for me, which is the white Buddha, and there is a symbol here which relates to, for us here in Australia, it relates to the soul of Australia working with the Australasian flower. So imagine that we have this lotus, which is the field of loving fire, light, which is our lotus, which is the interrelationship of all these energies, and then we're working to build. So Australia here is part of this Australasian lotus. Now, if we took that lotus then, remember all those countries in Asia, they had thousands of years of experience in meditation, so we're very blessed. We're very lucky, we're very blessed to have such wisdom amongst our community. Now think of it this way, that once the lotus, once we're working as a unified field, once we've been meditating and we're saying, yes, we're one being, we're one loving center, then what will happen is that it's as if we were to move deeper and deeper within this lotus and take our place. So we all have a place, a petal within our community lotus, within our country's lotus, within the soul of Australasia lotus, and eventually in the worldwide lotus, which will be here. Yeah? So you all have a place. There is no mistake. No mistake. Eventually, in your search for meaning, whatever discipline you choose, no matter what religion you belong to, it does not matter. We are really one. Anyway, so here we are, and you'll see that this white Buddha here is holding up a globe. Now think of it, not this Buddha only, but we are helping here. So imagine that we're part of this Australasian lotus and part of Australia's lotus, and we're holding up our intention, our sense of purpose, and so this globe is above our heads, which represents a diamond, if you like, or the inner synthesis of all those energies. And that globe starts to or hum, if you like. And if we tune to that sound, then we soon realize that it's not just us in Australasia, which is what's represented here, but it's also the Americas, North and South, and Europe here. Once they're all working together, and we are tuned only to that sound, and willing to be one loving family, if you like, then there is this incredible downpour of energy from the higher centers, and it will bring this energy into the world. And this is the energy that's used in invoking the souls of nations. So think that this work we're doing can help countries turn themselves around. I know it sounds a lot to ask and to imagine, but it is possible. It is definitely possible to turn the souls, to help them to awaken. And that's all we're asking, for people to know what love is. That's really the bottom line of it, is to know what love is. Love without strings. Love without strings. So it's the soul of your nation. That's what this is about. But what will happen is that there will be help from a higher above. And in this painting we have a lot of things. There is a ring of mountains here, which are the Himalayas, or Himalayas if you like. And there are journeys here that have been made by groups of people, many, many people, thousands, perhaps even millions of people. Here is Kailash, going to be in here. Here is Agni, the Lord of Fire. He's not painted in yet. He's going to be very fiery, and much, much, much more. There will be a meteorite here, which was actually seen. These are all real things. They're not imagined. They're not dream states. These are real things. So looking further here then, above this beautiful, wonderful white Buddha, there is a great diamond here, which is a symbol for the monad, or the spirit within us. So think of the beauty and the purity of a diamond. So there's a diamond in each one of you, every single human being. Anyway, that's the idea, is that we work in unison. Now here is a triangle again, and the Earth, planet Earth is in the center of it. And imagine that the planet is surrounded by a network of light, love, and the will to good. Kind of streams of energy. These are real too, because many of us have been meditating for years and years and years. Thousands, millions of people around the world have built this energy grid, if you like. You know, the internet, well, this is before that, and it's still going stronger and stronger and stronger. So the idea is that we're linked that way. And in one of the visions, the meditative experiences, we saw angels coming here to blow on this grid and to activate sections of the grid. And we sense that these are some of the ashrams or the schools, if you like, or the teams of people who are looking to work together, and they're wakening us up. They're waking us up. I think that's really exciting, waking us up. And up here is something called the Tractors, which are something else again. There are many esoteric symbols here, which for those that have been studying for a long time, it will make sense. All right, here's a group of inner people who look at the guidance of humanity and of the planet as a whole. Here are two beautiful dragons. They're dragons of wisdom and they're teachers. There's a Buddha speaking to a student over there and giving instructions. There's going to be a path of fire here, and for those that are there, they live there on this path of fire. And their lives are dedicated to service of humanity for a very long time, and we're so lucky they're there. Okay, here are some wings. The wings are like white angel wings, and this is your soul coming to get you, to help you, to teach you where you need to go next. There is a sun here, and there's this sun Sirius, and the Spirit of Peace, and the Lord Buddha. And so, just to conclude, imagine that these energies are coming from Sirius, the sun Sirius, place of love for our planet, from balanced by Spirit of Peace, the Lord Buddha, and it's coming into our world, and it's overshadowing or working with the Christ principle of love on the planet, and bringing in the qualities of universality, of synthesis, of oneness. Yeah? And that then flows into the world, and it's our job really to just share that with each other. And so imagine the network of light, love and strength around the planet is being rained upon by living, loving love, really. So imagine the perpetual flow of essential love throughout the planet as an ever-present permeation of all planes and states of planetary consciousness. You have the opportunity to allow as much love as wisdom and compassion into your being as you're willing to receive.